What's up guys, it's Trevor with Embers. As you can see, we're preparing to cook something today. I'm really excited for this video. If you're like me, if you end up with like a chuck roast or like a stew type meat, like a beef or something, it's really boring. Like you can only make so many crock pot meals, right Chris? Like, do you enjoy a good crock pot meal?
I do.
You do, but I mean, if you're a barbecue guy, you can only do so many of those, right?
That's true.
So what the heck else are you supposed to do with like a chuck roast besides like throw it in a crock pot? Well, today I'm going to show you some fun things that you can do. So if you find a good deal on some chuck roast at a grocery store or something like that, if you're like us, we buy a whole cow here because we go through so much beef at Embers. And of course, when you buy a whole cow, you get a ton of this meat. So we're trying to get creative in what we do with it. So I'm going to show you a really, really fun thing and delicious thing to do with this chuck roast. You guys ready? Let's go. All right, before I tell you what we're cooking, I'm gonna show you what we're cooking on. We're gonna start prepping our grill. So this is the Coyote Pellet Smoker. You can use any pellet smoker. We just happen to be cooking with our Coyote today. Traegers are great, all of them, because we're gonna cook low and slow all day long. And I'll tell you why, as we get cooking, why that's important. But we're gonna want some good smoke flavor. So let's get this guy set up here. All right, so we got this set at 225. By the way, if you want to know if this thing can sear, it can. Check out our video. Chris, make sure you put a link on it. It's awesome. All right, let's fire it up. Boom. Pretty anticlimactic. Let's just give this a few minutes, then we'll be ready to rock. Let's go inside and prep our chuck roast. Okay, so here's what we got here. We got a couple chuck roasts and a couple round roasts. Now, if you're wondering where those are at, one's basically just behind the neck, and the other one's near the butt. Now, there's a lot you can do with this stuff. Like I said, crock pot is one of them. Slow cook them in a crock pot with veggies, carrots, stuff like that. Actually gives it a lot of flavor. And then after you slow cook it, it actually shreds apart really, really well. So you have like sort of a shredded beef type thing. You can make some Mexican dishes with it. But what we're doing today, it's so easy and so fun. All you do is turn your smoker on, like I said, and then what we're gonna start doing is just cutting this stuff super thin because we are making homemade beef jerky. That's right, homemade beef jerky. How awesome is that? It's delicious, it's super fun, and most importantly, it's super easy. So what I'm gonna do is just kind of slice this thin. Now, a little tip when you're doing this is keep your roast or your round chuck roast really cold, because the colder this is, the easier it's going to be to slice it thin, because when it's really cold, your knife just works with it better. So let's get these sliced up, then we'll go on to the next step. So you don't have to be crazy picky on how thin. Don't go crazy about making everything uniform, the exact same size. Some are going to be thicker than others, some are going to be longer than others. But the important thing to remember is, like, after you smoke this all day, it's just going to really shrink down anyway. So, and think about it, like if you're eating regular beef jerky, they're all the slices are crazy different sizes anyway. So don't be like overly particular. Just get it sliced thin and get ready to go. Look at that piece. That's like picture perfect jerky slice right there. That one's for me. Okay, so I got them all cut. I ended up putting one to the side because I think this is gonna be too much. I don't know if our smoker's gonna be able to fit all of this. But let's start. What I like to do is just kind of get everything laid out flat. One, so I can kind of gauge how much space it's gonna take up on my smoker. See if I need to prep more. I can tell you right now, I'm not gonna have to. There's gonna be plenty. And you can see, now that I'm doing this, we got all different sizes. We got a little bit of everything. So I like to spread it all out just so I can make sure our seasoning is gonna be nice and even. Now, here's a little bit of a debate. I'm just showing you the easy way. Another thing you could do at this point So you could slice it and marinate it overnight if you really wanted to get fancy. A lot of people do like Dr. Pepper, Coke, soy sauce if you want more of like a teriyaki beef jerky. Just whatever you think. I personally don't like sweet beef jerky, and we didn't marinate it because I just wanted to show you a really simple way, because even this way it tastes really good. Pick your favorite rub after you marinate it if you go that route. If not, you're ready to season. I like more, what's the word I'm looking for, Chris? More savory than sweet. So this is like a spicy, salty beef rub. So, you know, salt, pepper, a little bit of, let's see what we got in here. Chili powder, paprika. So we got a little bit of a kick to it, which is what I like. Now, when you're doing jerky, this is just me, I think it's really, really hard to over season beef jerky. So I'm gonna go super aggressive here. Hopefully you guys don't want to use this for lunch because there's probably not going to be any left. We're going to use all of our rub here. So this is a Jealous Devil rub in collaboration with, what's his name? Harry Sue. He has a really cool YouTube channel, by the way. All right, so you get this side, you can see pretty lathered up. Oh, a little, missed a spot, can't miss a spot. And then just flip it over. It's kind of annoying, but I promise you, like cutting it in this step, it's like the longest step. Because after we get this on the grill, it's so easy. I'm gonna tell you why when we get out there. Why with beef jerky, I use a pellet smoker. That's like the only thing I'll do beef jerky on is pellet. And I'll tell you why in a bit. Whew. It's getting to me. Let's get my nostrils.
Smells good from here.
Stings the nostrils. So just flip it all over. Again, you don't have to get crazy particular with this stuff. You can see too in the background, it's not like I'm an expert or anything. I have to get taught this stuff a lot myself. So we got a master class on, watching the man, Aaron Franklin. Let us know in the comment section if you guys have been down to his restaurant. That's on one of my lists to get down there. Down in Austin. If you haven't heard of him before, you should definitely look it up. So you can start to see why I lay out a bunch of foil, because you're gonna make a huge mess. And that's okay. As long as you prep it right ahead of time, you make as big as a mess as you want. Right? Whoops, wasn't paying attention. Overdoused it, that's okay. Oh man. This thing was full, oh boy. Yeah, whoops. We'll see, hopefully I didn't overdo it. I don't think I did. But you know what, sometimes barbecuing is about making mistakes. You just learn as you go. Okay, you guys ready to put this on the grill or what? All right, let's just see if I can successfully, oh man. Okay, little tip, if you have a smaller Traeger or something pretty small, that's okay. You can just put other racks in there and elevate it. It really doesn't matter. But let's just start. And you can really cram them in there. But you just want to make sure everything is kind of laying flat and just filled all the surface area of your cooking grates. Now again, you don't want this very hot. Our goal is low and slow, remember? Now, if we have room, I'll go cut up that other chuck roast. I do got backups. Got some warming racks, but there's still a lot in here. So there's a couple of reasons why we cook on such low temperatures. One is lower temperatures are going to produce more what, Chris, you think? In a fire, in a regular fire pit or fire, low temperatures, you think they produce more smoke or less smoke? More smoke. So the whole point of the beef jerky, the whole reason we're smoking it is to have really smoky beef jerky. So that's one of the reasons we go low and slow. There's another reason too. The second reason is you want your beef jerky, obviously you eat beef jerky, it's almost like a little dehydrated or dried out, and that's what we're after. So the longer something's on the grill, the more dried out it's going to become, which is what we want anyways. So that's why you want to go low and slow on this. Another nice little thing about cooking low and slow is we can perfectly place these, and I'm not going to burn my fingers because these cooking grates aren't that hot, and I can be really particular about my placement. Another reason why we go low and slow is when you're low and slow, your cooking grates aren't that hot, which is perfect because that means we don't have to flip them because our cooking grates aren't that warm. So it's not like the bottom's gonna overcook while the top undercooks. It's gonna cook pretty evenly. That's another reason why I like a pellet smoker, is it kind of creates, with our fans flowing, sort of like a convection type heat. And convection type heat promotes really even cooking distribution, which again is what we're after. There's still a number one reason why I use pellet, and I'll tell you that in a minute once we're done placing these. All right, so I got another rack in here. You can see, got a little bit of a problem. They're not the most robust cooking racks, so I think I'm gonna be okay. I don't think I'm gonna have to put any foil on these, because if they kind of hang over, that's okay. All right, well, I just discovered another reason why the Coyote's awesome, is look how much real estate we have left. So I can go cut up that other roast and get it put on here.
Sure, are you doing what I think you're doing?
What do you think I'm doing?
Are you making beef jerky?
Oh yeah. Do you like my beef jerky?
I love your beef jerky.
Yeah. You know, we've done it a couple times, and then we decided, you know what, we probably should film it. So that's why we're filming it, because Zane loves it so much. Yeah, he requested this video. He always requests videos when he's like really hungry.
It's Friday. I need to eat something.
Yeah, we usually do our cookout videos on Fridays. So here's what's so cool about the Coyote. One, you can see that we fit a lot on here, but also there's more brackets down there. So I could do this double bracket in the middle here, and then one more on top. So I actually could have done a fifth roast if we wanted to. But let's not get greedy here. Okay, here's the number one reason I use a pellet grill. You're saying, Trevor, you can't get in there and mess with it. I don't have to mess with it. That's the beauty of this thing. This is why I use pellet, because pellet, we have perfect temperature control. We just got to shut this, and it's basically going to run like an oven. So this is going to take a good 6 or 7 hours to cook. Here's the best part about making beef jerky. I am, between now and when it's done, I'm literally going to do nothing. Absolutely nothing. I'm just going to go in and work and just let this do its thing. And I'll be rewarded after my hard day at work with tasty goodness, which we'll all enjoy together. But you say, oh, pellet takes the fun out of it. Yeah, but guess what? We're not doing briskets. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
But guess what? We're not doing briskets where you have to sit there and play with it. We're not doing ribs that you have to wrap or spray, or a pork butt that you have to spray now and then. This is why this is so cool, is if I'm doing a brisket, something super hands-on, I'll probably do like a Kamado or something where I get to play with the grill a little bit more too along the way. But since I'm doing jerky, I literally don't have to touch it. It just makes sense to do it on a pellet smoker because you set it and forget it and you're done. All right, I'll see you guys in 6 hours. All right, it's getting towards the end of the day. It's getting real windy out here, so hopefully my mic's picking this up. You guys ready? Let's get in here, Chris. Give the folks at home a little peek-see. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Look at this guy. It's stuck. Ooh, it wrapped itself around. Look at that. I mean, that's beef jerky right there. Made a 7. We probably need to sample it, right, Chris?
Yeah.
All right.
Can I do it?
Yeah. So look at, I'm gonna tear it apart, show you the inside. So I like to pull it still when it's got a little bit of juice in it. This one's pretty dry. Let's see. No, it's still juicy. Oh yeah. What you're looking for is that smoke flavor, which it has. A little bit of moistness to it, so it keeps that beef flavor in it. And of course the seasoning, wow. All right, well we did it. It's that easy. I was telling you guys how easy it was. Now here's what's cool, is not only does it, I think it tastes better than store-bought beef jerky, but it's also better for you because you're not getting anything packaged with preservatives. I mean, unless you're buying from a local beef jerky source, but at least here in Denver, maybe I'm missing something, but it's not like I have a beef jerky guy that I can go see. And it's a really creative way to get rid of some chuck roasts that maybe you have sitting in the freezer. Super simple, super easy, tastes delicious. This is what I do with all my chuck and round roasts, and then I save my briskets and steaks for other stuff. But nothing wrong with this right here. I actually impressed myself a little bit, if I don't say so myself. So here's the other best part that Tate was just reminding me of. What were you saying, Tate? You want me to just tell him? So Tate was telling me.
I'm not mic'd up.
True. Tate was telling me, think about this. What's a small bag of beef jerky cost?
You go to the gas station, buy $12 to $15 for
$12 to $15 for a little bag of beef jerky? And we're $1 something a pound on chuck roast. So there's 4 of them. So figure we're, worst case scenario, we're $15 in. Maybe a little more than that, 25.
$25.
Let's say 25 tops. But this would probably make 7 or 8 bags of that. So we got hundreds of dollars worth of beef jerky here for 20 bucks. It tastes better, it's healthier for you, no preservatives, and it's cheaper. Win, win, win.
Fresh.
Win. Fresh. You know what to do. Subscribe. If you're in the Denver metro area, come down. We might be cooking some and give you some. Stay tuned until next time.